Good evening, everybody, and welcome to day four. Where are we? Day four of week four of ALYFE Connects, our very first virtual-only lifestyle event brought to you exclusively by ALYFE Group. Tonight, we have a very special treat in store. We are joined by the wonderfully talented Talitha Tan, who is joining us for a night of acoustic performance, Q&A session, and open discussion, which we can't wait for. So please help me welcome Talitha. Good evening.
Hi. Hello. Hi.
Say hi to the fans. People are tuning in droves. Thank
Hi,
you.
guys. Hello.
Good to
Thank you
have
for
you with us,
tuning
Talitha.
in.
Good to have you with
Happy
us.
to
How are
be
you doing?
here. I'm good.
Excellent.
I'm good.
Yeah.
How are you?
How have you been? I'm good, thank you. I'm good. We've been busy with ALYFE Connects. It's been a good week so far, but we're always happy to bring new and familiar faces on board. I think it's been a while since we saw you last. Since I think the campaign in November, so it's good to see you again, Talitha.
Wow. It was in
I
November?
know it was. Time is really flying
Wow.
during this lockdown. It seems. Yeah. How have you been
Yeah, the whole
keeping?
year's gone. I've been good. I've been okay. Home is nice. My cats are great.
Your cats are great. Oh, that's nice. At least
My
you have
cats are
some
great.
company.
Yes.
So tell us what you'll be doing for us tonight. I understand you have a couple of songs to play for us.
Yeah, I'll be playing a couple of songs and I guess some Q&As. If you guys want to ask any questions, feel free to
Yeah,
ask
that's right. That's right.
away.
Absolutely, audience, get your questions in the comments below the video
Yeah.
on Facebook or YouTube, and we will bring up the best ones on screen. Be nice, of course,
Yeah.
but
Be
yeah,
mean
we'll
up to.
all be mean, okay, as long as Steve is okay with it. So get interesting, get open, get intimate. Who knows? We've got an hour or so to have some fun, and this is the nighttime session where things get a little bit more risque. So you never know. So audience, get your questions in below the Facebook or the YouTube video, and we will field those as they come in. So what are you going to be playing for us tonight, Talitha? You've got a couple of original songs, I presume, because that is of course what you do best.
I will be playing a couple of original songs, yes. What songs? I guess whatever my mood feels like playing.
Okay, we'll be.
But feel free to request anything if y'all know anything. That's perfectly fine. Request my songs. I mean, no covers.
Yeah, no covers, guys. But if no covers, guys. But so if you go to Talitha's Spotify page, so search what it is. Search. It's just Talitha on Spotify, right?
Yeah,
If you search
with a full
Talitha
stop.
on Spotify with a full stop, Talitha full stop on Spotify, you'll find her page. Find her album. Is that there? What's up there in a minute? Is it albums or singles or both?
Both album and a single, and a couple of singles and an album.
Okay, so guys, if you head over to
Yeah.
Talitha's Spotify page and check out the track list there, pile in some song names in the comments, and we'll get to the best ones perhaps. But I'll leave you to surprise us, and maybe even surprise yourself with the first one, Talitha. What are you going to open with for us?
Okay, I'm gonna open with a song that I wrote that is not officially released, that I wrote like years ago. It's not called Me. So it's not called Me, and I hope you like me. But sorry, very bad. I'm very lame. Okay.
I hope the song is better than the pun.
It works.
I think it works. It does work. Take it away.
Could it be that you lying to me? And all some stupid lies, I'm perfect lies. Could it be that I was blinded from my vulnerabilities? Will make me feel everything's so real, okay? Instead, you chose me. No, you said you want me back. You said the more than you could ever ask for. So why don't you prove it? Prove it to me. Tell me I'm worth it. More than you know. Tell me I'm perfect. Perfect to you. But you don't really care about me. you were lying to me the whole time. You still feel like I'm not perfect. I could it be that I always might have done my motives to see, so you make me feel everything's so real, 'cause you said you chose me. No, no, you said you want me back. You said more than you could ever ask for. So why don't you prove it? Prove it to me. Show me I'm worth it. More than you know. Tell me I'm perfect. Perfect to you. But you don't really care about me. About me. But you don't really care about me. About me.
Wow. Not bad at all. I like that. I like that one a lot. It's very nice. So we've had a couple of we'll greet the audience first. By the way, we'll say a few people want to say hello. Is that?
Hi.
It says hello.
Hi,
Is
Adelaide. Hi, Sam.
Adelaide.
Hi,
Sam.
Razvan.
Razwan. Okay, so yeah, that's one of our first requests, and I think Adeline says the same thing. So we're okay seems a popular one.
Love Adelaide.
And I think
that's
stays.
That's not the full song.
That's not the full song.
That's not the full name of the song.
Please stay, right?
Yeah. Oh, hey, you know.
Of course I know. I'm your biggest fan, and I totally don't have your track list up next to my this stream right now. I think Adeline really wants okay.
I love Adeline. She's great. It's Adeline.
Adeline, big shout out to Adeline.
She's a great cook, by the way. She makes amazing food, and she has a guide online for what people are suffering.
Shout out Adeline's cooking.
MCU.
Oh, clip is that Mr. Forrest Vince Chan wants day 4. Interesting. Is that a song, or is he telling me it's day 4?
I'm not sure.
Is that a song? Is that is day 4 one of your songs?
Nope, I don't have a song
Forrest,
called day 4.
Forrest, what do you? I think he's referring to day 4, week 4, because Thursday is day 4 after all. Maybe that's what he means. Anyway, so we'll get around to the next. We'll get around to the set of requests in a little while. By the way, Forrest, sorry, I'm sure Talitha is familiar with ABBA lyrics, but we're not doing cover requests this evening. Only original songs, please. Talitha has well, I wouldn't even say unfortunately. Talitha has far too many good songs of her own to bother covering others, even if they are ABBA, even if they are great. Anyway, so we'll get around to the next set of requests in a second, Talitha. But first, tell us how you've been. Tell us how you've been during this. I mean, has the MCO been like a good period for you creatively? Have you been using the time constructively to do a bit more writing, do a bit more practicing, playing? What have you been working on yourself?
I've been working on some music. We found this website online that that allows you to like record yourself, and like the producer on whatever side gets to immediately get like whatever you record and like start working on it. So I've been doing that. So music is one. I've been working out every single morning.
Oh wow, nice. That's good. That takes discipline.
Yeah, which I'm very surprised by, because honestly, when MCO started, I thought like I was gonna be like getting fat and eating junk food every day and not exercising, not motivated at all. I thought that was gonna be me. But next thing you know, I'm like doing workouts every single day, and I'm like, I'm surprised by myself. I'm surprising myself.
Wow.
That's been great.
I think it must be keeping you sane, and that's impressive. I mean, every day is something, because it's all too easy just to get a bit complacent, get a bit lazy. Especially
I'm afraid to stop, because I'm afraid to take a rest day. Some people have been asking me whether I take rest days. I haven't been doing that because I'm afraid if I stop and take a rest day,
that'll be it.
Yeah.
It'll turn into a rest week, a rest month.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm like, every time I tell myself, today's gonna be a rest day, I would end up like working out or something.
How well, I admire your dedication and commitment. How are you doing it? Are you doing like, is that like a program that you'll follow? Are you doing like a different YouTube workout each day, or do you
So
know
there's
kind of your
there's
fitness routine well enough by now to do it by yourself?
I mean, if I want to work on a certain part of my body, I would just work on whatever I know, like your usual
Mm.
rows and like that those are basic, but like I don't like hit. I hate it with a passion, but there's this one guy who does like this full body boot camp kind of thing.
Oh yeah,
From LA. This guy called Akin Nico, AKIN. I don't remember how to spell it, but
okay.
it's under their gym called Army, AARMY. So like they literally do workouts every single day on IG Live.
Oh wow, okay, so you've been following a few of
Every
those.
single day. Yeah, so I've been just like, following it.
Oof,
It's intense. It's intense. It's crazy. It's like
it sounds like it.
I don't think a normal person would be doing it. Like if you go through the
Yeah,
workout, I would send it to you later. It's crazy.
oh God,
I'm
no,
like,
don't. Like, no,
yes,
I'm
I
fine,
will.
thank you. No, pressure's on me now, then, isn't it? I'm fine. I've been surviving with it. I mean, maybe I should kick myself into gear a bit more, but maybe not every day. But I'm impressed, honestly, I am. And do you find that kind of helps like anchor your day? Does that then set you up for like the rest of the day quite nicely?
Oh
Like, do you
yeah,
do
I
you
like
feel
I
like energized to create and to write and
yeah.
to to be fresh and inspired, or how does it
I
work for you?
feel I feel energized to eat more.
Well, you've earned it, right? Of course, you got
Exactly.
it.
So I like
You've
working
burnt the
out in the
calories. You
morning
need
because
to
I like
replace them.
waking up and immediately working out because I feel more motivated in the morning. I feel more
Mm,
motivated to work out in the morning, like uh, and it's the best way to motivate myself because if I procrastinate, I end up not doing it. So like I wake up, I feed my cats, and I need it. Like I have my mat set up outside on the balcony with my weights and
yes.
everything, so I just have it there and I just sit there. I
Nice.
would procrastinate on the mat for a little bit, play my phone, maybe not work out for a bit, and then like maybe for
Well,
half
yeah,
an hour. You know?
I don't know if I don't know if that counts as procrastination anymore. I think procrastination is like 5 minutes, not 25.
Yeah, I just sit there. I'm like,
It's-
I'm gonna work out soon. I'll work out soon. But
I'm sure you're just scrolling through different workouts, aren't you? I'm sure you're just selecting like the workout of the day.
I'm
That's the
prepping my
excuse anyway.
mind. Like I go through the workout and I'm like, okay, this is what
That's
he's
it.
doing today. Okay, okay, just like braining it, trying to brain it, and then
Well,
his workout's about like 15 minutes, and after that, if I feel like doing more, I would do more than that. So I finish his
mm,
workout and I'll do more like maybe ab workouts or arms or something, or maybe a workout that I enjoyed from the workout and I just do more of it. And
fair enough.
then I do intermittent fasting, so
Oh,
I
really?
don't eat after. Yeah, so I don't
Interesting.
eat after that. So I like after that I would either go to my laptop, play blah, work on the music and maybe play with my cat or maybe go cook something. I don't eat when I cook, so I use cooking as
So
something
what do you do with what
get
do
my
you do with
mind
the
away
food?
from eating.
So what
I
do you do
feed
with the food that
whoever's
you
in the
cook?
house or my neighbors.
Oh,
I feed my
interesting.
neighbors. Yeah. No,
You
or
feed your
I just keep
cats.
it for later. Or like usually I would pick a dish that
Oh,
takes long to cook, so it would like spend my time because I eat around 3 or 4 usually.
interesting. I don't know. That's
Yeah.
pretty strong self-restraint. Whenever I cook, I usually
You
eat
know
as I
why?
cook.
Oh,
Why?
okay, yeah, I know. So that's the thing. Like I can't taste my food, so I'm like, can someone come here and try it for me?
It's a spectator. When Talitha cooks, it's a spectator sport. It sounds like, yeah.
Yeah.
You're doing it for the audience.
Yeah,
Well,
pretty much.
on the fitness note, really quickly, I picked something up earlier, which maybe, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is something which some of our audience might not know, which they might be interested to learn. Is that apparently you're really into parkour? Is that right?
Ooh,
Like
I was really into parkour.
you were really into parkour.
Yeah, it's one of the sports that I love a lot, like with all my heart. It's great. It's a great sport. Um, it's just like to want to do it, the great spots in KL is really far away and I get very lazy to drive.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
Interesting. Yeah, that's where
and
are
a
the
lot
good
of
spots in
time.
KL?
Putrajaya has the best.
Oh, that is quite far away
Yeah,
though.
that's really far. It's really far. I don't like
Mm,
driving there.
interesting.
but
Interesting.
but
No,
but it's
honestly, I would never have guessed. Like I know you're into fitness and everything, of course, but
I
parkour
love sports.
specifically.
I was into motocross. I am into motocross, dirt biking.
Wow, yeah,
Like,
yeah, I know
you
that.
know where
Yeah.
you have bikes flying? Yeah, that's me. I fly with
Like
my bike.
you're on the bike. You fly
Woo!
on the bike. That's pretty cool. You know,
Yes.
that's one that's I've never ever tried motocross. Like I've driven
Would
like
you?
dune buggy. Yeah, I think so. Like I've driven
Yeah,
dune
you should
buggies and
come. You
stuff
should
like
come
that,
and
but
ride
I've
one
never.
day.
Oh God, that sounds terrifying.
Oh, it's so much
start.
fun.
I might start on a little bicycle first. You know, I might start on the BMX, but maybe the
No,
BMX
but
before I
it's
upgrade to
so no,
motocross.
okay. It's scarier on a BMX. It's scarier on a bike. I've done both. I've done like dirt biking, like mountain biking, track
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah. Oh, that
yeah,
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 that's
and
on
I've
that's
and
terrifying.
enduro, the motocross in the jungle. Oh my
Yeah,
god, the bicycle is so much more scarier because it's pure momentum. Whereas the
right. Yeah,
bike,
yeah, yeah. It
like the bike has
looks.
engine braking, so that stops. And you're heavy, so it plants you to the ground. Whereas the bicycle is like as if nothing is holding you down. You can fly off anytime. I have flew off the bike before.
Yeah. No, you
Uh,
see you see the videos on YouTube, like the guys who strap the GoPros to the handlebars and they're flying downhill. It's just, oh my goodness, it looks like faster than like actual motorbiking. You know, it's insane. And then
yeah, no,
some of the
it's
paths that
scary.
these guys are going down is just
And I
like
hate the
next level
climbing up.
scary. Yeah, that's
The
true.
climbing up is no fun. So
It always
dirt
helps to have
biking.
an it always helps to have an engine too. I did not
Yeah.
know that. And like I said, I know fitness is a huge part of who you are and what you love to do, but I didn't know about the dirt biking or the parkour for that matter.
Fun
But
things, fun things.
tell us a little bit about Talitha, about the songwriting side of things, about your musical side, because I know that's your career as well. And I know you've got some very exciting news to share with us, but I won't ruin the surprise just yet. We'll wait to the end to drop that. But tell us a little bit about how for you, like how the songwriting process goes. Is it something which you've always really enjoyed doing, like creating like lyrics and writing songs? And
Okay, so I started off with music in the shower, like most people.
don't we all?
Like just
Yeah.
singing songs you enjoy, and everything, and then and like back like I don't know, few 8 9 years ago when YouTube was huge on like all the cover artists like Tyler Ward, Kina
Mm,
Grenese, Boyce Avenue, and people like that. I used to follow them. Like I used to be so into YouTube and just following all this YouTube
Voice Avenue.
covers, and I would like
That's
learn
old
all
school.
these on the guitar and sing to myself at home. And I had a video camera, and I thought, oh, if they can do it, why can't I?
Oh,
So I picked up the
okay.
video camera and started recording myself. So I started on YouTube, posting covers on YouTube, and I didn't know the music scene in Malaysia existed. I didn't know anybody. My parents were overprotective; they didn't allow me out at all.
Oh.
Like
So
how
it
I'm
was
like
all
go
in
out
your
and hang out
room.
with my friends.
So
Yeah.
you're like the bedroom
So I
recording
just had
artist.
YouTube was my friend. And
Oh.
yeah, you know Omegle? Do you know Omegle?
I mean, is that still around? Like the chat room, right?
I
Like the
think
chat
it
room
still is.
service,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
still
Where
around.
people, yeah, I used to go in
Shout
there
out
just to
Amigo.
sing songs to
Anybody
random
watching?
people.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, yeah. Amigo. It's kind of like it's like chat roulette ish, right? It just matches
Yes,
you
it's
with
like
random
chat
people.
roulette.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
So
but
like
just
sometimes you
less.
get random like
Like,
weird
well,
things, weird
we all
things.
know. Yeah, we all know what's wrong
Yeah,
with chat roulette. We
yeah.
won't
But
go
I'm just like
there.
singing to weird things.
That
I
was
was a
your first.
kid, man. I was 15.
Oh my God, that was your first audience. If you can just picture, guy, I mean, I shouldn't picture this, but yeah, 15-year-old Talitha
No,
Tan
I'm not gonna
singing.
sing to that. It's like when I see that, I skip. Okay, but I've made
Mm,
friends that I still talk to today.
wow. Shout out
Yeah, they're
Omegle.
nice people.
Anybody watching at home and who uses or used to use Omegle, shout out in the comments because this is where Talitha Tan
Yes.
got started. This is what we owe it all to. So shout out Omegle. My God, that's so funny.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then, so from
So
that, I mean, did you get picked up from that? Like, did someone get into?
people
Is it that
knew.
classic tale of a producer like seeing your stuff? People knew, and then.
Not really. So YouTube was there, and music scene in
Hmm.
Malaysia wasn't huge yet. Then slowly, I eventually meet some people, and I found out about open mics. So I started going for open mics, which I had to beg my parents to let me go for, which
Yeah.
eventually I did. So from that didn't go too far. I mean, like I was kind of known on YouTube-ish. People watched my videos, which I was very thankful for. I'm like, oh wow, people watch my videos, yay, great. But everything started picking up when I officially released my first single, which was
Oh,
okay.
well, I imagine so. Which was okay. We've had a couple of questions. I think we've had a couple of requests for okay. So I think that might be the song you play for us next. I think it has to be.
Yeah.
Bring that one back. And it's Thursday, right? So we're doing a throwback Thursday. So I think okay is the only option. So but how did you like release the first single itself? What was it
I
under a
don't
label? Was
even
it
know. Okay, so
self-published
for the
or?
longest time, I didn't know how to write a song. It took me forever. Because I'm the you yourself are the worst critic.
Mm,
I tend to like second guess everything that comes out, and like eventually I end up not letting myself write because I'm always like
mm.
afraid of writing. So I
It
have
has to be
that.
it has to be perfect,
Yeah.
right? Yeah,
So
I
I
get it.
have
I get it.
writer's block so often because of that problem. Like everyone's like, oh, just write. Even the shittiest songs would work, because that's how you get rid of the shitty things and get the good things. And I'm like, I'll try, but I just won't allow myself. So
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah. I feel
yeah,
yeah, I understand.
right, yeah. So yeah. Eventually, I wrote that, and because I've eventually like started performing in the scene and people, I met a lot of people. So like, there's this one guy that I love to bits. His name is Darren Ashley. He writes
And,
amazing music. He's like amazing. He is a genius, a musical genius. He's great. So
is he
as
is
I'm
he
sure
where's he from? Is he local or is he like a
he's
YouTuber?
local.
Like
He's local.
local guy. Okay,
Local, yeah,
cool.
local guy.
Shout out
Darren
Darren
Ashley.
Ashley.
So
Shout out Darren
so
Ashley.
he's a friend that told me a while back, long time ago, saying that okay, you come look for me when you write your first song. And I didn't look for him. The thing is, I was just singing all these songs because I didn't think they were great. I just sang, and someone recorded
Someone
me
did.
and posted me
Uh-huh.
singing the song, and Darren Ashley saw it, and he immediately contacted me. Yo, let's work on this. And I'm like,
Nice.
okay,
Okay.
which also took a year, which took a year.
Well, you can't rush
Um,
art, right? That's what they say.
yeah, but I put no effort in this song. Like so, like it took a year to finish. And he just released it. It was like, oh
Wow.
hi, this is the finished track, and then he released it the next day on YouTube.
So this is Stay, right? So tell me a little bit about Stay. What was the inspiration behind it? What was it about those lyrics and
They're
about that
okay.
song? That was Oh, okay,
Okay.
wait, sorry. Okay, yeah. This was the first one that you released.
Yeah,
Um,
okay, it's the first one. So
okay, sorry, okay
okay,
is the first one. So, yeah, what was it about okay that made it okay to release? You know what I mean? Like, what was it about those lyrics that had you, even you, the perfectionist, saying, you know what, this is good. I'm going to release this. This is
everyone said it was nice.
That's as good a reason as any, I guess. Yeah, fair enough.
No, it's just like I was just singing it, and people posted videos of me singing it, and people enjoyed it. So like ego booster. No lah, like I enjoyed
Mm.
writing it, and what made
What
it
was it?
good. I'm a very lyrical person. Let's look at the
Mm.
lyrics. The song is basically about how you go through all these like heartaches, but you know what? I'll be okay. This kind of thing. It's like you go through all these things. It's okay. It's all okay. Everything will be okay. So it's a sad song, but you know what? It's okay. Basically, that's like a summary of it. But like the pre-chorus and stuff like that, it's like just going through a relationship where you don't know what's going on, and the
Yeah.
person's constantly playing games, pushing it up, like pulling you back and pushing you away constantly, just confused. I don't even remember. It's so like I haven't spoken about what okay is about in a very long time.
Well,
Yeah.
you're gonna have to
So
sing it for us soon. So hopefully it comes
I
back to
will.
you. I
I
know,
will.
but it comes back. Hopefully it comes back to you. Okay. Well, I tell you what. If you can, why don't you break it out now? It sounds like a good time as any. Why don't you
Yeah.
tell us through the majesty of song what okay is really all about? Share with it. Yeah.
I won't
Share the
tell you.
story
You
with
guys
us.
figure it out yourself. I'll just sing it. Wait out. Give me a sec.
No worries.
Okay. This song is called Okay, and I hope you guys enjoy. You can hear me, right?
Yep.
Okay. me stories about you. That you're different, something real. That'll make your heart beat like a bird that beats your wings. Tell me, baby, that you feel the same way about me. You look so happy, baby, tell me whatever happened to that love. Boy, you drive me crazy, cause you me straight outside to your heart. I know you're so pretty, cause it's getting tiring understanding you. Cause you're I to a world of lies that baby, leaving me behind. You pushed it in and twisted the knife, pretending that I feel no pain now. Baby, you say that I'll be okay. I can't erase it from my mind. I just replay it all the time. That I make your heart feel like a bird that beats your wings. You tell me, baby, that you feel that same way about me. You look so happy, baby, tell me whatever happened to that love. Boy, you drive me crazy, cause you taking me straight and straight to your eyes. I know you're so plain, cause it's getting tiring understanding you. Cause you're my eyes to a world of lies that baby, leaving me behind. You pushed it in and twisted the knife, pretending that I feel no pain now. Baby, you say that I'll be okay. I'll be okay.
Beautiful,
Yay.
beautiful. Yeah, that was very, very nice. And it's pretty like I get it, like the bit about twisting knives and things and the pain you feel. I can kind of see where that comes from. So do a lot of your songs? I know obviously songwriting is a deeply personal thing for everyone who is in the songwriting game. I wish I could speak from experience, but I can't because I'm terrible at music. But I've spoken to enough people, I think by now, to know that songwriting is always a deeply personal process, but for some more than others because they really dig into like personal experience. Is that the same for you? Like, do all of your songs come from real life experience?
So far, yes. I like writing music when I'm sad because
Oh.
it feels like I can that sadness is put into the music and I no longer feel that sadness. Like I feel it when I sing, but
Yeah, it's kind
so
of
it's
like
like
it's cathartic, I guess.
I like all the deep heartfelt songs. So this one was cause someone um this person was constantly like giving me like all sorts of mixed feelings. He's like showing me that he's interested and then that he's not, and then like which was the pre-chorus, which was you boy you drive me crazy because you can't seem to give me a straight answer to your heart, and I'm just like, dude, what do you want from me? It's like so
Nice.
frustrating. Yeah,
Well, I mean,
so
writing a song seems a pretty healthy way to deal with it, I guess. I mean, a lot of
yeah,
people
for
do it.
me, yeah.
A lot of
So
people
like
like,
after I write songs, I'm like, thank you for breaking my heart.
all right there.
Thank
You
you.
sound like, yeah, you're like Taylor Swift
That's what
or
people say. Haha.
or Ariana,
But
perhaps.
it
She likes to write.
works.
It works. I mean, yeah, it really works for them. I mean, they've made careers out of singing about exes, about broken hearts and exes. But hey, it works. People that and people like people like to hear about it. Well, not weirdly because I say weirdly because it seems strange that we'd be into the sad stuff, but I think we are because
I
we
think
can all relate to
people
it
can
in some
relate.
way.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can all relate to it in some way. Oh, interesting. So
Yeah.
tell us then a little bit about, while we're on the note of songs and stuff, tell us about what this news is you have for us. Tell us what's happening tonight of all nights.
I will be releasing a song tonight. Technically tomorrow, but tonight. With a local artist named Sona One. You guys may or may not
Sona
know him.
One.
Yeah,
Shout
he's
out
an
Sona One.
amazing rapper. Yeah, so like I went to him with this song 4 years ago.
4 years ago.
4 years ago. It was a half written song. I just sang a couple of songs for him, and he picked this one because it was the most pop sounding one. And yeah, we worked on it 4 years ago, and we're
Wow.
finally releasing it today.
Has it
Oh
so?
my
Well, yeah.
god.
By the way, guys, for everybody watching at home, for more details, go to Talitha's Instagram, which you can see down below at Talitha. So check out the latest post of hers. It gives the details on there. So it's dropping tonight on Spotify and Apple Music at midnight. So head there to be among the first in the world to get a glimpse of this song, which has been 4 years in the making. And yeah, so anybody who was
Yeah.
at Good Vibes last year will have seen Sona One on the second stage, or the kind of the
Oh.
main stage. Yeah, he was there, and he was in a bright pink jumper, and he was giving it, he was giving it some energy. The guy is full of life.
Yeah, he is.
He's a cool dude. Yeah, he gave a
Very
pretty good
cool dude.
performance. So what can we expect from the song? Like, what kind of energy is it? What kind of stuff? What kind of what can you tell us without giving away too much? Of course, I know it's like the premiere tonight, but what can we expect from the song?
I don't know.
Oh, it's a surprise for you too as well, huh?
I don't really know how to explain the song. It's
Cool. That's fine.
yeah.
There's mystery. I
Well,
love
the
it. So
idea
we're
of the
gonna.
song is to open up, like, cause most of my songs have been about like, you know what? I don't need love. I don't need boys. Like, I literally have an album with like the title "Boys" slashed off, like
Ooh.
boys slashed off. Like I
Nice. Okay. That's a pretty strong. That's a pretty clear message. Okay.
yeah. So, yeah. So, this song would be one of the very few songs of me talking about opening up to, like,
Okay.
opening up to any sorts of possibilities, to love, to anything in general.
Oh.
Like, yeah,
Okay. Nice. Okay.
yeah,
So this is like this is like the next. This is Talitha 2.0. This is like first it was anti boys, and now it's like, okay, maybe boys, and then phase three is
maybe
like,
boys.
okay, now there's like, I want to meet all the boys.
Yeah, people were like, okay, your
I,
next album can be boys. I'm like, okay, sure, or girls.
there it's all girls. Hey, it's all growth. It's growth, and this is 2020. We're open to all kinds of possibilities these days. Oh, that's very exciting. So, guys, you heard it home. So, midnight tonight. Check out Tula's Instagram for more details, but it will be going live, dropping on Spotify and Apple Music. I think that's so. I still think it's super. I mean, of course you would, because you are an artist, but I think it's really, really cool how you have like a really legit Spotify page. It's very exciting. I'm very jealous.
Not that legit.
Well, you've got to be
Just
good at.
release
You've
a
got to be.
song.
Well, that in itself is impressive, let alone having loads of them. God, I can't do one, but not really something I've ever been actually able to even think about. But that's neither here nor there. That's so. Tell us that you've performed at like a few places in KL yourself, in and around, and a couple of fest. I mean, you played at Good Vibes before, am I right?
I did.
Yeah, you did.
2-3 years ago, I think.
Yeah.
I
How
was
was
supposed to
that?
perform this year.
Oh, really? Oh no, I'm sorry.
Yeah, but Goodbyes got canceled. Oh,
I'm
so
sorry.
sad.
Yeah,
I
it
loved
did.
the
It
year I
really did.
performed. I thought that was a great year. The year before me was even better because that was, I think, 1970. Oh no, the 2 years before me was 1975. Do you know 1975, the band?
I do. Yeah, I
I
do. They're
love
like
them.
they're a big hit. They're a big
They
hit.
were amazing. They were like the best thing ever. Like, I'm
Wait,
like, the best live performance ever.
this was this the same year that you saw it? Sorry, this was the same year that you were there, or no? Before,
No, no, 2 years
after?
before. Yeah. So that
Oh,
was the
okay.
year I found out about Good Vibes. And
Oh,
then,
right. Nice.
yeah, 2 years later, I get invited to Good Vibes to perform, which was like a dream. I was like, oh my gosh, I shared a stage with Dua Lipa.
Oh, that was the year she was here. Oh, that's
That was the
cool.
year. That
That
was
is
the year.
very
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. So it's like, oh my gosh. Yeah, it was great. It was a great year. It was a great opportunity. It was honestly so great. I wasn't expecting anybody to like, watch me perform, or be bothered to. It was great. Like I literally went. I was like backstage waiting, and I saw the crowd waiting on my side. Like the crowd was waiting on
Wow.
my side,
On your
and I'm
side, that
like,
was you. They were there for you.
I'm like, oh my
That
god,
must have
what's
been
that?
awesome.
I was
That
so
must have been
happy, and they
awesome.
sang my song. They knew my songs. They
Wow.
like
That
these
must be
are the
something.
things that make you want to continue. Like I swear,
Yeah,
the
I
dance
bet
that make you want
that
to.
is something. Yeah, that is something I truly cannot like imagine is having like a crowd sing back to you. You know, just the energy you must get,
Yeah,
like the good vibes. Go figure. Like you must get, from that
yeah,
experience is
yeah.
just awesome. So sure, because and this year was supposed. I mean, not to rub your, not to like, not to twist the knife, as it were, but yeah, this year was supposed to be. This year was supposed to be like the first 3 day festival, right? The first 3 day
Yeah,
lineup. It would have been, but you got to give it to, and again, shout out to Good Vibes. You got to give it to them. They've been doing amazing things. So I think
yeah,
they'll
they
come
have
back. They'll come back bigger and better next year. Hopefully we
definitely
can
more
have
time to plan.
exactly. Hopefully we can
It'll be
have
even better.
big. Hopefully
Oh,
by
that's
this
my
time
cat.
next year we'll have. Oh, hey cat. What's the who's cat? What's cat?
The cat.
And well, yeah, but I'm not. I can't just call him the cat or her the
Oh
cat.
no,
We got
he's
to.
called Creamy, Creamy, Creamy. Sorry, his
I
name is
can't say.
Creamy.
I can't say creamy either. Hey,
Why?
say hey, creamy sounds a bit
No,
weird.
Creamy. Or fatty, fatty works. He's so fat.
Are you are you fat shaming your cat?
Yes, I'm fat shaming my cat.
Uh, hey, fatty. Well, if you call someone creamy, no wonder he gets fat. Like he's just destined to become so. Poor thing. He is kind of cute though. Hey,
Yeah,
creamy.
I was never a cat person until these guys. Mm.
Oh goodness, I can see why you are now. He's kind of chill. He's kind of chill. So, where's your favorite place to have performed in Chaos so far? Like, I mean, Good Vibes sounds like was a pretty amazing gig, but is there like what was your first like gig as like an artist? If you know what I mean. Like, I know you performed
It was
like
at
when you
Laundry
performed
Bar. My first time was at
long.
a proper one, Laundry Bar. They no longer do performances, unfortunately.
Which one's Laundry Bar?
It's in Curve.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, it's
I'm
like
not.
not
I'm not.
active anymore.
Oh,
That was a like a spot for all musicians to perform, and like
oh,
one of the
cool.
spots where musicians wanted to perform. Yeah, it was wow, so much memories.
Laundry
Yeah,
Bar. Oh,
Laundry
it's a
Bar,
shame.
the B was also a great place.
Yeah, the
I
B's
also
still pretty
wanted to,
happening though, right? Like
yeah,
the
now
B
it's even
people.
better now. Now the B is
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
a pure like event space. It's no
Yeah,
longer how it was
yeah.
before.
They do a lot of
Um,
like comedy stuff there too, I think,
yeah.
don't they?
Oh
The B
yeah,
is
they
very
do a lot of
happening.
things. It's event, it's pure event, which is great. But yeah, a lot of like
Yeah,
I feel like all these platforms that people used to start no longer is there for them to start.
yeah. That's in fact what I'm kind of curious about because I'll admit I grew up in Malaysia, but like years ago. Then I went away for a while. Then I came back 4 years ago, let's say. And so obviously a lot has changed in that
Yeah.
20 years, we'll call it, right? So I was away from like 2001 until 2016. And like in that 15 years, so it's 15 years, not 20, but like a lot changed and a lot progressed and a lot developed. Like when I left, like the scene was very different to how it is today. So I'm kind of curious as to what your thoughts are on like how on basically like what the scene is in Malaysia, like how where you see it going, where you've seen it come from, and like what your outlook is. Because on the one hand, we've got like Good Vibes, which is going so well, and and we're all behind them and we love it. But also, if we're being honest, like historically, Malaysia's not been great for like big live acts and stuff like that. So like,
Yeah.
where do you see things as far as the industry is concerned?
I personally find from experience or from like what I've seen around
Mm,
Malaysia is a great was I don't know about now, but because I'm not starting anymore, but was a great place to start like doing all these gigs and open mics and like slowly like put one foot out and like understand the scene. Uh,
mm,
but to a certain extent, I feel like you get stagnant
Yeah, I
because of
understand.
how like everything just limits you.
So
So
it's great up to a point, and then it gets
yeah,
harder to break past that point,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Mm, shame,
yeah. There's
but
some
like,
other political things that I don't
yeah,
want to mention.
no, we probably shouldn't, and I
Yeah.
don't think I should mention them either, because this isn't just going live; it's going to stay up on
Yeah,
YouTube and whatnot. So
exactly.
maybe
I'm it's all
we'll,
good.
we'll stick. Yeah, this place is fantastic, and we don't have anything bad to say about them. Listen.
Yes.
Okay, amazing. By the way, guys, for Talitha and guys at home, we've got about 15 minutes left or so of the session. So what I'm going to do is ask Talitha to bring in at least one more song, but we'll also have a time at the end for some Q&A, right? So guys, if you haven't yet
Yep.
already, put some questions down in the comments below. And anything you want to ask Talitha about her career, her experiences, her personal life, we'll try and keep it PG, but we'll see what they can come up with. Any questions at all about her plans, her projects, her upcoming single, which is released tonight on Spotify and Apple Music at midnight. I've always got to plug that. Any questions you want, guys, put them in the comments below the video and we will get them up below. But in the meantime, I think I'm going to ask Talitha to sing another song for us.
Really?
So, yeah.
Another song?
One more song. I think this song. I think it goes. Yeah, the chant is one more song, and everyone starts bashing the table.
One more song.
One more
One more
song.
song. What song would it be? What more song would it be? Man, I did not prep for this. Okay, wait. Maybe I can play. I can play a very slow song. Very slow though.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah.
slow and sad and depressing.
Bring it on. You're gonna make me cry.
So the song called Maple.
See, you've made Howard happy. Howard loves it.
Thanks, Howard.
Maple.
It's not called Maple because it's about a guy from Canada. About Canadian.
I like it.
Yeah.
That's cute.
It's like a two-sided story thing because I actually wrote the first part and then I showed it to him and he's like, "That's not fair. I think it deserves my side of the story." Yeah, kind of thing. Yeah.
Fair enough.
It's basically a song about no longer believing in love.
Oh God, that is depressing. Bring it on.
It is.
I love it.
Yeah, lyrics, very, very lyrical. It's about like not believing in love. Yeah.
Okay.
He doesn't want me enough to love me enough to try. He wouldn't, no, he wouldn't look me in the eye. Even when I told him that I tried. Call me a fool. Call me a fool for wanting to love. Tell me I'm stupid for living the same darling you go. Just do you remember telling me that you love me in the he wouldn't know how you feel about how he feels for her. He couldn't, no, he couldn't give her all his love. 'Cause he's afraid of looking back at her. Call me a fool. Don't call him a fool for wanting to love. Tell me I'm stupid for living the same values you call. Just do you remember telling me that you love me in love? to love. Call him a fool. Call him a fool for wanting to love. Call me a fool. Don't call him a fool for wanting to love. Call me a fool. Call me a fool for wanting. He doesn't want me enough to try.
Wow, that was depressing, but beautifully. No, I mean, in a good way, in as good a way as that can be. But I see what you mean. That's haunting, but it's beautifully sung. And I think how you can put. I mean, you're pulling it off at home with AirPods and playing the guitar. Like, it sounds great. It's a good effort. But you know what though? Like, I see what you mean about your songs coming from a place of raw, emotion and whatnot. But it works because they are so relatable. Sometimes you just think like, God damn it, what am I doing with myself? Like, I'm such like, who is the idiot here in this situation? Or like, which one of us is going through more pain or hurt? Sometimes you just feel like, I don't know. So it just drives you crazy, right? So
yeah,
I like that one.
yeah.
Maple,
Yeah.
and I like where the name comes from too. He's Canadian, so I called it Maple.
They call him Maple. They actually call him Maple.
Oh, that's
Aw,
also
we
see
love
Howard
you
loves
too.
it.
I love you.
Oh, so okay, the guy's got a song. The guy's got a song named after him. That's adorable. So,
Yeah.
what can guys? We've got about 10 minutes left, so we'll any questions or we won't do requests. I think we played you out enough tonight, so we'll just do questions. If you have any for Talitha, do get them in the comments below. But to wrap things up, Talitha, I guess what I'd like to ask you is, I mean, once things go back to, I can't say normal because let's face it, that'll take a while. But once we're at least allowed out the house, what is it you're most looking forward to getting back to? Like, what are your plans post MCO?
Wow.
Do you think?
Honestly, I don't know because I enjoy being at home. And I wouldn't
Working
say
out
it's
every day.
too, yeah, working out every day, being with my cat. My cats are great.
There's another cat. There's
Yeah,
another dude just behind you. Who's that? He looks a bit skinnier.
her name is Dino. Yeah, she's skinnier.
Okay, she's skinnier.
Creamy steals all of her food.
Oh, that explains a lot.
Yeah.
I
So
guess. What's she called?
I rock climbing. I do rock climbing. So like when I got her, I was getting back into rock climbing. So a bunch of like climbing friends came over when I got her, and they thought of giving her the name Dino. Dino as in dynamic. Dino the move.
Oh, right. Kind.
Dynamic
I don't
move,
know.
like jumping. Yeah, one side to another. So they just called her Dino, and they wanted to call my other cat Static.
That's kind of. I mean, that's kind of cute though. Static, I quite like. Static is like a weirdly kind of cool name for a maybe not for a
No, we
cat.
wanted to call him Dog. I'm sorry. It's like okay, I didn't want to. Like a lot of
That's
people
kind of
just recommended to call him Dog or Cat. Stupid, but like I
kind of like
actually
what.
had a bunch of people. Like I actually asked people to give me names, and they gave me really bad names.
Cat. I mean, okay, I get Cat Dog. I mean, it's a great show. I missed
Come here,
that show.
Cat.
Cat Dog. Cat Dog was a great show on Nickelodeon back in the
Oh,
day.
Cat Dog was great.
That takes me back.
Dark.
Dark.
Kind of
Yeah,
dark.
weirdly, it's like Cow and
All the
Chicken. That was pretty
cartoons
dark
were
too.
really dark.
Yeah, they
We
really
just
were.
never
Like,
realized it as a kid.
yeah, but these days these days they're all like really I don't know, they're really like bright and poppy and they've all got such positive,
Yeah, I
inspiring
like the
messages.
dark.
We had dark,
We
twisted
had
shit as
really
kids,
dark, twisted things.
like Ren and Stimpy and all that. My God, that was really something.
Yeah.
We've got a question here from Howard actually, which I'd like to run by you. Howard is wondering who has inspired you the most in your music, in your career so far, whether it comes to, I guess, writing or someone you admire the most, or someone who you try to sort of emulate, I guess, when you're going through the process. Who is it that you most look up to, or that inspires you?
Okay, when I started, the first person I looked up to was a local artist because she was like my hope my hope and dreams that Malaysia can make it. It was Yuna. Yuna was the first.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. But you mean
Yeah.
Eunice? I mean, she's on. In fact, just yesterday, I think she's on billboards in Times Square.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah,
think
yeah, yeah.
because it's like they're doing some Asian American and like Asia Pacific promotion or campaign or something. But yeah, Yuna's on billboards in Times Square right now.
Yeah.
So that's a pretty good one. That's a pretty good one to aim for.
So yeah, Yuna was the first. But now I don't know about inspiration, but I just listen to a bunch of music that I enjoy listening to, that I can vibe to, or feel to. Like, I love Jeremy Tucker. Love
Jeremy
his
Ducker.
bits. Yeah, I opened for him, so I'm like, oh, I was like fangirling. Jeremy Tucker is one. Love writes great music. Tom Mish. Like, I listen a bunch of Anderson .Paak. Like, these people are maybe like the not so known ones, like to the common pop scene, but like I listen to a lot of music, so I just pick up from music that I enjoy listening to.
So there's quite a lot of crossover. So my next question was going to be like, who is your out and out like favorite artist? If you can even, I know that's a very, very difficult question, I'm sure, for you to answer, but like, yeah. Do you have like?
Do I have?
I was going to say, do you have like a particular one that you've always like maybe that's like an old school. Some people might like to say something like, I don't know, like I think for Poover it was like Aretha Franklin or you know, because like someone, I mean, Aretha is huge and it suits Poover's style so well, you know.
I did not grow up listening to oldies, old school, so I cannot appreciate them so much.
Oh no, well
Unfortunately, I'm
with
like
the great,
the millennial who don't listen. But I
no,
enjoy Anderson .Paak is great.
Anderson
Tom
.Paak's
Mish.
pretty good.
I love Tom Mish.
That's fair enough.
He's great.
Yeah, it's a good answer.
Yeah.
No, I mean, yeah, I mean, we don't. It doesn't have to be old necessarily. I mentioned, I mean, with the greatest respect to Poover, of course, she's just a slight generation ahead of us. But I meant, even though she covers so many genres and she has done so many styles, but underpinning all of that for her, say, is like Aretha. You know, I think it was Aretha. Or was it Whitney? Or was it Bob? I don't know. Whatever it was. But I guess, like you said, for somebody in your position, there's like a lot of people to draw inspiration from and be inspired by, and so on. What about in terms of, say, like a festival or like a gig? Or I guess big festival is a big gig. What would like your dream stage to play on be? Where would you most like to play if you could play anywhere?
There are so many. I would like to perform everywhere. If I could perform every day, I would. I enjoy performing. Performing is great. So Coachella. We the Fest. We the Fest is great.
Where is that? Where is that? Is that in the States or is that in Australia?
Wonderfruit.
Wonderfruit, yeah.
Yeah, Wonderfruit.
Have you been? I want to go. I want to go for my birthday this year in December, but I mean, might not still be on.
Unlikely. I feel like this year nothing's gonna happen.
I know.
You're a December baby.
I'm a December baby. I'm a Sagittarius.
I'm a November baby.
Nice. We should do a joint when we go to Wonderfruit. We're the best.
We're the best.
We got a good question here actually from Chin Yi. Is that and that is, how do you deal with hate on the internet?
Okay, so this is something that I might. You eventually have to learn that you can't please everybody. So like, you also have to learn that not everybody has the same preference. You can't please everybody because everybody has different preference. Like, I know that there are people who hate my music, and that's fine, because there are also people who love my music, and those are the people who matter. But you also have to know to take in like constructive like criticism. Those are the really important things. Don't be stubborn. Do not be stubborn. You want to learn. You want to like learn from your mistakes. You want to learn from that. But if people are just giving you pure hate, you don't want to listen to that. Like, you don't need that kind of energy, you know?
Sure. It takes a lot of them. It takes. Sorry.
So
Go.
like, preference is definitely a thing lah, but also like I'd be lying when I say people like commenting on my body or commenting on how I look or like in general like about how like whether like just hate in general like doesn't affect me, because it does, because I'm only human.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
like people would say mean things, and that's normal because people are mean. Humans are mean. Humans are horrible
but
creatures.
right. At least we really do have the capacity to be. And honestly, it baffles me that like to see people who the keyboard warriors, the trolls, you know,
Yeah,
and you
no,
see some
it's
of these comments and you just sit
horrible.
and you think, like, this person has literally sat down, like opened their phone up, like seen a picture and typed out, like, and thought about it, written the message and thought, yeah, this is great, and pressed send. Like, they've actually gone through that process, which I
Yeah,
cannot like comprehend in my mind. I mean, I'm not
yeah,
saying I'm like goody, I'm not Mr. Goody Two Shoes perfect, but I don't troll people, you know. Like,
yeah,
it's insane. But you're right. Unfortunately, some people are
crazy.
just dicks. But I think you're right. You can't please everybody in it, but it takes a lot of emotional maturity and growth to come to that, you know.
Yeah,
But
you
as long
like
as, like you say, as long as you focus your energy on those you can, as long, you know, because the people that
and
love you are
you
the
just
people that matter, you know.
surround yourself with people who matter. Surround yourself
Mm.
with people that who will be there for you when you go through like all these hate comments or whatnot, because they're the ones who will, bring you back to reality and tell you that this person is an asshole. Am I allowed to say that?
Oh
And this
yeah, you are.
person's like, comment doesn't matter, and you are great.
Yeah,
We are all great in different ways. Unless you're a bully, then you're not great.
unless you're a bully, yeah, unless you're a bully,
Yeah,
and
but yeah.
but
So
the
like
funny thing
there's
behind it though
always
is
gonna
you're
be
right.
hate.
They're bullies, but yeah, but they're cowards. They'd never say it in real life, and it's a
Yeah,
lot of the time it's just their
yeah.
jealousy and their insecurity
But also
speaking out.
another
So,
thing, if there is hate, if you are getting hate, that means you are loved. That
huh.
means you are loved, and that means somebody is jealous, or just like envious of what you have that they cannot have. Yeah. If
Yeah,
you are
exactly. It
hated,
means,
you are also loved. You are
you are
always
also loved.
hated or loved, and that's all that matters.
And I guess you know what it means. It means you're doing something important enough for people to care. You know, like it's
Yeah.
there's some old quote. It's like that. It's much worse to be not. I'd rather be hated than unknown or something. I'd rather be hated than anonymous or something like that. You know, which is maybe
Wow.
a bit strong. Yeah, it's a bit strong, but at least if you're doing something which is getting people riled up enough to care about it. It's like, well, I'm doing something important. I'm doing something worth speaking about, even if what you're saying is hateful. That's a good. Well, I think that's a nice positive note for us to end on there, Talitha. I think we've just gone over the hour mark, so I'm afraid we'll have to
Yeah.
wrap up and say good night. But look, thank you so much for coming on and sharing that with us, for sharing your story, and of course singing us those beautiful songs, which you can find, of course, on Talitha Spotify. That's Talitha full
Thank
stop,
you.
or Instagram, of course, at Talitha. And keep an eye out, because in less than 3 hours' time, a single that has been 4 years in the making, featuring Sona, is going live on Spotify and Apple Music tonight at midnight. So don't miss out on that. But for now, Talitha, we'll say thank you again. I can't do this as well as you can, so there we go. Thank you again so much. We really hope to see you in person again soon when all of this ends. We don't know when the next event or whatnot will be, but at least we'll be allowed out the house soon, we hope. But until then, keep safe, keep working out, stay active, stay creative, and and all the very best of luck. And we're sure the single will go down a treat. So congratulations
Thank
on that.
you. Thank you. Thank you for having
Uh,
me.
our
Thank you for your
pleasure. Thank you
time.
so much. Good night, Talitha. Take care.
Bye.
Well, there we have it, the wonderful Talitha Tan, who will be dropping her latest single with Sona One tonight at midnight. That's in less than 3 hours. So keep an eye on her Spotify and Apple Music, and of course Instagram down below at the bottom. So that wraps us up for day 4 of week 4 of ALYFE Connects. But don't go anywhere. Well, do go somewhere for now, of course, because it's the end of the day. But we are coming back tomorrow to wrap up the week with one more session, and we are delighted to bring in, for the first time, a special guest, Mr. Mark O.D., a very familiar face to those of you on the entertainment circuit. He is a TV host, content creator, and the man behind some of the best viral videos and parody videos we've had in a while in this part of the world. So we'll be talking to him about his creative process, his parody writing process, how he gets his videos to go viral, and his life and his career from stage to studio to social media in Malaysia. So that is tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Do sign in and join us then. That'll be live on the ALYFE Connects Facebook group. Register via the ALYFE group Facebook page if you haven't already, or we'll see you on YouTube. That's our YouTube channel, ALYFE group, where we'll be broadcasting the session live as well. Until then, good night, take care, stay safe, and we'll see you tomorrow, 8 p.m. for the Friday session. Good night.